It's test time for Limited Solar Crown. We are back because today there has been an update. Oh my! And I was a little surprised to realize that in 2 days' time, it's the anniversary of the game. It wasn't until I saw this screen that I realized, damn, yeah, in 2 days from this update today, it's the birthday anniversary. It's 1 year. 1 year of Solar Crown. Yeah. Now, the update today is, I'll let you decide for yourself because it's significant. And I mean, as in like required. We are back at the metal box that is the Wintery Casino. Because my friends, they have made some changes to this area and you might notice them straight away. Everybody's already here and they are absolutely hoarding the brand new machines added to the game. That's right, they've added new games to the casino, which is actually really cool because you may remember this slot machine here was actually the only one we could play. Now, to be honest, as much as I asked for the casino, what I found out very quickly, obviously, is that although it is a casino, we couldn't really make use of the casino. Man, it's still a little, let's go full, press that button. It's a little, you know, rough to say the least, but I won something. I won 80. And I spent 450. Okay, let's show you the new stuff. What the hell was that? This is the new one, and we can check it out. Thank you very much. I would like to play. So this one has a jackpot of 1 million, as you can see at the top here. That is substantial. Does it cost more to play? Maybe? No, I think it costs the same. So why would I play the other one? No, actually, why would I play the other one? That doesn't make any sense. Alrighty then, let's spend 450 on this one. I got 500 back. I'm gonna go for the middle one there. Let's bet 3 and see how we get on. Now, this isn't the only change they've added to the game. What we're gonna see throughout this video is basically everything they've added. And I'm just maybe I am just a gambler at heart, but I don't gamble real money. Okay, this is the only time you'll see me do it. What? That is so loud. Now, what you can finally do if you've been playing a lot of the casino is you can cash out your chips. Yes, that was something that you weren't able to do before. I'm not joking that you couldn't. But they've also been thinking about other very important things that I will demonstrate once I check the value. Okay, so 1 chip is 2 credits. Okay, that's pretty cool. Poker is being added to the game in the next update, season 5. This was supposed to come in this update, but they need a little bit more time to cook, which I think is fair. You can see some ghosting on here and things, but overall I think it's pretty good. Some voice conversations between the characters and players would be pretty cool. Maybe I'll actually learn to play poker, but I'm kind of looking forward to this. Like this adds another mode that kind of and I've got my slot machines. Other people want this. Yeah, now this one seems a little silly. As you saw when we entered the Wintery Casino, we saw this. This is the Mercedes-AMG Black Series. I got it right this time, you see. Now, something that's a little bit annoying is you can't do like a time trial in this car or something like you could in the other ones. That would be nice. But as is the norm, they released these letters that tell you a little bit about what they're doing with the game. And there's one thing Mercedes Black Series reward. This is a topic that has been brought up by the community as the casino is not available in all countries due to some government restrictions. To help these players out, we're looking in how... Yes, the players that can't get in the casino can't get in the car. But don't worry, they are thinking forward for the future with this next one. Ability to sit down. Yes, we'll sit down at various locations in the casino. Look, I get it. I get it. This is a life sim thing, and I've been asking for life sim stuff. Like, actually having to write that is kind of hilarious. Being like, ability to sit down. You can just sit in a fucking corner instead of at the machines. Oh, sorry. I do appreciate the effort. Come on. Right, I'm going to run this a few times and see how we get on. Hey, that's good. We got 500 there. Let's go. Give me my credits. Come on, again. Oh, I got one of them. I wonder what the probability of getting those is. Okay, so let's be clear. This one costs for one. It costs 100. So if I sit myself down at this one. Oh, yeah, this is also 100. But the jackpot doesn't say. I'm guessing that's the car. So I don't know why they've got 2 slot machines. I don't know why it took them this long to add another slot machine. I don't really know why. I'm guessing this is car versus not. But once you've done the car, you just you could do the other one and get $1 million. Why would I do this? But now I can cash out, so that's good news. This is one of the good mentions, though. Progression in the casino. One of the things we realize about the casino is that players spend a lot of time here. It's not maybe something we should admit. However, their time is not rewarded in any form of progression. It's something we're investigating. That's good. That I'm looking forward to. That could make a huge difference in terms of like I could actually get some level reward while being in here, which just again it sounds like a bit of a slippery slope. And there's also these which look really good. I'm gonna be real, I never thought this game was a bad looking game, but they've made some changes to the engine that are supposedly gonna make it look even better. This looks insane. The reflections look really great. You know, hopefully the game doesn't get any heavier. That would be. Reflections are definitely the highlight here, but also just like the shadowing on the trees and such. But as I mentioned, and as I alluded to kind of the point that I wanted to bring up, it's kind of sad knowing that I need to get off this machine. I don't want this machine. Hey, 250 after spending 400. I do really sit and wonder as to what we're really gonna get for the next while for this game. I appreciate it's an odd predicament to be in. Think about the fact that if you're a developer and you're hired to make a racing game and you're told, no. You must instead make a casino and where people can get money and press button. You'd be like, what are you talking about? It's a racing game. Hey, I got some 500. Very nice. So far, I've only got 500. I'm seeing the odds. I'm calculating in my massive brain what the odds are. So far, though, it seems like it is paying me the 500 most of the time. I am losing a lot of money very quickly, but I'm determined to get that Bugatti, and I genuinely think this, once you get the lucrative options, may be one of the best ways to make money in the game. It's just gonna take me some time. Like, if I spend all my time here, I'm just, you know, risk assessment. If I spend all my time here, I spend my 80,000 that I've got, but I get once that 75 right there, then it would have been worth all the times that I lost, right? Man. This part is pretty interesting. Permanent removal of SARD. SARD is the anti-cheat system they use for this game. They say that it's best to part ways with it. And they only added it in season 4. And so if not SARD, what next? We're instead working on a way of creating our own in-game reporting system. So if you encounter cheaters, they will be properly dealt with. I don't know what the situation is. I can't tell you. Oh, it just was banning people that it wasn't supposed to. Or it may be half the player base that they could actually get to play the game because they needed to enable, because it was a kernel-based anti-cheat. The one that people don't like type of thing. So I'm almost kind of curious if maybe it did that. But also now maybe someone could do some little changes to their account and get things now that there's no anti-cheat. Not that I would advise to do that. I'm not telling anyone to do that. Don't ban me. I didn't do anything. Oh, I got 5,000. That's put me back to 68. Just to be clear, I started with 80. Let's go again. I have an update. Yes, I've been sat here for a while. I'm still going. The most I have received in my 20,000 that I have left is 5,000. I am about to go, not bankrupt, because I've, you know, got money in the bank, you know what I'm saying. But I am about to lose all of them. And I'm doing it here just to show it. I've not changed the amount. I've not changed anything. I'm just here pressing the A button as much as I can. I'm determined. One day I'll hit that jackpot. I've not seen one of them. Okay, that's a lie. Them dragon bastards. I've seen one of them in the middle twice and nowhere else ever again. God damn it, he's right there. Oh, I got 7,500. I'm done. I think I've been playing for like half an hour by this point. It's difficult for me to really summarize and tell you how this game is after what is a year, ignoring the 2 days. Hey, if you watch this 2 days later, a year. It has definitely improved upon what it was previously, but that is the same as saying that the shit that was there on the floor being removed was a significant improvement because it was. I think the best reality here is, of course, houses are still missing. That is something we are getting and they are working on, and I'm very much looking forward to that. But even with houses, even with the casino, even with a bunch of these things that they're going to be adding, like classical modes and things like that, it is very difficult for me to say that I am massively excited for them, in that the game's structure will not be ripped apart and redone. The Solar Crown Championship, whatever the hell in piss it is going to remain as it were. And that is an issue. The game has been built with the idea of this is the game. There's going to be very little changes and nothing of major significance to how the flow of the game works. For example, when they add houses, it's going to be, oh, well, maybe they'll let you buy them in the end game. But I wanted to buy them throughout, and the garage slots meant I could have a reduction in the amount of cars I could have, and that would be better than like locking them by level, because there are still cars I cannot buy, and I've essentially complete the game. I'm the highest level, kinda. And for me to progress past the level that I'm at, I have to just play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and receive essentially no reward. The next car tier that I can afford, they cost like 20 million. Okay, 15 million. This is all the money I've had from playing the game. I spent like no money for the sake of maybe at the end I will get access to this, but it just... So, although the silver lining that I will say is, I think the best case scenario is that they are building these systems, they're building these tools, they're building things like this that will one day come out with a game built for them day one. I think this is just kind of how Need for Speed did. They were testing the waters and seeing what they should have done and then fixing the game, be it at a much slower pace than a studio of like 5 people. But overall, nice improvements that they've added today means that the casino is... It's okay. It's fine.